Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Today, we'll be talking something very important, and it's about this video of I saw about a palm-colored man actually saying the things like I think he wrote a letter and he said like it's Black History Month, and he decided to write down some things he loved about Black people. And he went further to read the things he wrote and all that. And for me, the laughter from the beginning and what he wrote were actually not I do not like them. I do not find that funny. And he started with Black women, and he said his number one is get it white boy, like how Black women might hear get it white boy, that it unlocks something in him. And what is it that it unlocks? Because I really don't get it, and going from window to wall, living my best life, I don't know, but the whole thing is just giving something I do not understand. And coming on Black History Month is like way for me. Let's get into this video.
In honor of Black History Month, I wrote down some things that I love about Black people. So I'm just gonna read the first thing that I love about Black people. Here we go. Dear Black women, when you yell, "Get it, white boy," it unlocks something within me. There I am, twerking my cheeks off to Lil Jon, getting as low as I can, going from window to wall, living my best life at the club on the dance floor. Then I hear it. Okay, get it, white boy. In that moment, I could fight a grizzly bear. When I hear it, I summon everything in my being to give everything I can. They say mothers can lift a car off their child when a Black woman yells, "Get it, white boy," I feel the adrenaline of a mother in flight or fight, and I proceed to give everything I have to start a fire on the dance floor. Thank you, Black women, for providing me with the ultimate encouragement. With all the love and respect in my heart, Mario. I don't know what it is, but when I hear "Get it, white boy," I get it. Whatever you want, I'll get it. That's it for today. I'll maybe write some more if you guys want some more, and follow me. I'm pretty fun. In honor of Black History Month, I'm
trying my best to keep this short and sweet before people get frustrated or confused with what I'm saying, but people are mad at this video because they didn't watch the whole entire thing. Let's not be silly. I'm pretty sure that people watched the whole thing throughout to give further context as to what he was talking about. People are stitching this and putting in their hot takes because Black women are so used to being caricatures in the butt of the joke that it's hard sometimes to differentiate between when people are being genuine and when people are being stereotypical and being buttholes. I say this as somebody who watched the entire video and felt uneasy afterwards. And I had to ask myself why. Why do you feel this way? Because he didn't say anything bad. He didn't say anything out of malice. That just goes back to my initial point. Black women are used to not being taken seriously in any context. It dehumanizes us. So I feel like instead of attacking these creators and accusing them of being lazy and not watching the entire video on Black Women's Black Beyonce Black History Month, shout out to Wh0, I feel like the number one thing, the most productive thing that you can do is to remind these Black women. I acknowledge the fact that in this society, what is a safe place for Black women? I mean, honestly, really. So I understand how in this instance you don't feel safe, but just trust that this is coming from a genuine place, and I actually appreciate you as a human being. That's all. I hope that further context helps, and I'm not attacking the creator. I appreciate the compliment. I accept it. I'm putting it right in here. But just food for thought.
In honor of Black History Month,
So I recently made content about my experiences as a Black woman growing in predominantly white spaces. And although my experience is different as an adult versus a child, it is not drastically changed, because the same children that made mockeries or jokes or perpetuated certain stereotypes about Black people or people of color did not evolve. They did not evolve. They actually grew up to be your coworkers, your peers, people you run to at the grocery market. And I thought leaving my hometown that is predominantly white would change my outlook or change the reality that this is an issue I'm gonna see at every corner of my life. But the reality is, this is the nature of the world. This is the nature of America. And this is how a lot of you guys view us. And I know this for a fact because all of these stereotypes he listed, the loving, mammy type of trope of a Black woman who's just there to support everybody around her in whatever stereotypical way, I don't reflect that stereotype. So the moment my white peers notice this and they try to perpetuate these stereotypes, and I'm not very responsive to them, all of a sudden I become a danger to the work environment. All of a sudden I have a nasty attitude. I am not a team worker because I don't think this is funny, and I don't think it's cute. I think it's actually extremely disrespectful. And was the purpose of this video to unite us or follow Martin Luther King's dream? No, I think it was a mockery. I think it was to make a joke out of us. And I think also it's not from a genuine place. Maybe it could be a type of race baiting to spark a conversation and flow views into this creator's account. Who knows? But all this shows me is that you guys do not evolve much and are very dangerous towards us in real life. Like, this is supposed to be funny, but it's dangerous and toxic.
In honor of Black History Month,
Let me ask you a question. Do you guys think that we're something to be played with or be laughed about? Now, if we made some comment like that and say, dear white boy, okay, or white man that don't know how to jump, can we turn around and say that? No, we'll be the first to be banned from this app. And then you guys think it's funny. And this is what I'm talking about. The racist stuff. Black History Month is not something to be laughed about, joke about. Not all Black women talk loud, and not all Black women are ghetto. Okay? There's all kinds of levels of people being outrageous, being outspoken, and whatever. So we can turn around and say multiple things about the Caucasian women. How, because they're blonde, they could be dense and have no sense and no filter. Okay? And how they treat other Black women like we're glass. And how and not every Black woman is supposed to look like Barbie doll. All right? There are certain types of people with different personality, and we don't label people because of their color. That's American thing. All right? Being as American, I want people to prefer me for my first and last name, but prefer me by my last name. Yes, you see the skin color. I have melanin. I have richness. Richness from the rooter to the tutor. And then you turn around and you're making a joke when it starts. And then TikTok allows that to happen and still giving you a lot of likes and shares and views. And this is what I'm talking about. Racism comes in the heart of America. America gave birth and spit and pissed out racism. And they make it well be known. But do you know that Black Americans, I'm going to emphasize that Black Americans were the pioneers, and they were the pioneer trailblazers when it came to inventing things. And to this day, we're still inventing stuff, but we still don't get the credit of it. It's always stolen from us, or they lie to, or they try to do everything to put us in jail. Okay? And while you're sitting there doing your TikTok, And it's more than us making music of Little John. Little John is old. No offense to Little John. Okay, he was in the 90s, probably in the mids of 2000. And he could still make beats and make hits as much as it behind the scenes. Okay? But at least we made music, not only to make you talent so you guys can turn around and bite it like the Backstreet Boys. Okay? And many other boys that try to be like us. But the innovative group was the New Edition. That's right. Because they danced, they sang, and they were very hella talented. Okay? They sang a cappella. That was Boyz II Men. In Vogue also did the same thing. And not anybody can compete that competition, especially Christina Aguilera. All she does is scream. All right? We have Mariah Carey. We still give her accolades because she wants to be appreciated as Mariah Carey. Okay? But she still got soul. She's part of us. Always will be. Okay? We have, regardless of the beef and stuff and altercation with some of the women, we have some first ladies who are the finest. From Foxy Brown, Little Kim, Lauryn Hill, Queen Latifah, from Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, all the rest of the melanins, Nicki Minaj, and the list goes on. We even have women like Remy Ma, okay, who came in the same frontier as with Little Kim and also with Foxy Brown. All right? We have a whole kind of genre and platform of catalogs, which you guys trying to steal. Backwards and frontwards all the time. But guess what? Every time you touch it, it don't have any soul. It doesn't have any rhythm. It doesn't move like Janet Jackson. Not only she sings, she's a motivator, she's a humanitarian. She's a person that gives back to our community, just like her legendary brother, better known as Michael Jackson, who is always going to be the king of pop. We have Prince, okay? We have many other people that no matter what, their legend is never died. We may say some things sometimes against some of the celebrities and stuff like that, but that's okay. We had a person that did brain surgery and separated it. Okay, his name was Ben Carson. All right, we had people who built airplanes and was part of the team when the United States didn't want us to be the team. We had the first black woman who was before Amelia Earhart. Yes, y'all don't know your history. Read it up. We made refrigerators so you could put food in. Okay, we're the ones who made alcohol. Remember moonshine came from the indigenous and also came from the people then from the Galaguchi. We also did a lot of things of building and architects. We had communities. Okay, every tri-state of America had communities. We had the Tulsa, Oklahoma. We had Rosewood. We had communities in Texas. And then you guys turned around and burned it all because you guys were jealous and envious of us. No matter how we build, nothing but perfection. We are state of art. We even having people coming out and making new battery that can beat Tesla. We even had people that was doing stuff where you don't have to use gasoline anymore. You guys try to steal it. We even had someone before Henry Ford. It was a black African man who's living in Ohio. Henry Ford stole his patent. We also had a gentleman who pretty much was doing electricity. Edison stole it from him. Okay? Many others, when you see the greats of all of them have the legendary as their speeches and stuff, behind the scenes it was a black person or a black woman doing that. Okay? And that is no question, no thought. I may not have the names, but trust me, I recognize the things that they did. Okay? Black culture is excellence, no matter what. We are the ones, if we stand together and come together and unite, we will be the heart and the architect. We'll be that Noah's Ark that built the patent of America. But it's people like you that act like not only trying to be sitting there laughing and carrying on and stuff like that. You're laughing at all the people that had done things. What have you done? Okay? What have you done? I can tell you what I've done. I wrote books. I wrote the books called The Divine is Risen, Our Ancestors Are Calling You. It became bestseller. I wrote the book called The Vampires of Whitney Manor. I also wrote the book, a children's book called Hazel Soulful Hands, and also The Melting Pot, teaching people like you that if we come in one accord and don't look about skin color, kids will learn and adapt themselves that they will no longer have racism. Yes, check it out. My name is Black Pearl. You could go to bookbaby.com. I have wrote songs just for people like you, talking about that no matter what, we're going to fight for it, everything, and talk about our Father. He's the rising sun. Our mother, she's the rising moon. Those are symbols that from our ancestors that coming from the indigenous, also to the black, and even from the spiritual of African that come from the diaspora of Africa. Okay? We had Alex Haley that talked about the roots and told us where our ancestors came from. Regardless if it was a storyline, autobiography, or whatever, we had people who wrote a lot of books. Alison Walker, Toni Morrison, Langston Hughes. The list goes on and on. And those are the same people that talk about people like you. All right? And telling us that we have to stand proud and stand tall and acknowledge. All we have to do is wake up. Don't let certain things distract us anymore. And when we see things like this makes us to become more better. Okay? And this makes us revolve. Okay? This makes us to feel in our culture. Your type of society has been jealous of us for so many years, been over thousands of years, from the day that God even took the pen and tried to create us. Okay? You are the children of Canaanites. Okay? You were the ones that turned around and killed our nation of Abel, but we was able enough to get it back with Seth. Okay? And that's no question about it. We are the ones that even when we went to bondage, we were still blessed. We had our 40 pieces of silver. Okay? They didn't want to give us our 40 acres of oil, but no matter what, we still already have it already. Okay? Because it's already here. You guys' population is defeated. Our population's increasing. No matter how you guys try to make us die, we always multiply. All right? So this is Black Pearl, giving you a little tisbit about our African history and our roots, and not to listen to this clown, because he's a real amateur, and he's also a moron.
So this is all I got from the stitches, and sincerely speaking, I don't even know what to say, because at first when I started watching that, from the laughter, I knew that he wasn't up to any good. I don't know, he might not be doing anything wrong or something, but I really do not find that video interesting, or I do not find it funny. You know, you all already know how Black women are, how caring and how loving and amazing Black women are. But there is something really off about that video, coming from a palm-colored person and coming on Black History Month. There is something way off about it. I do not find it interesting, and a lot of people are also trying to make it look like it's not about race or something. But you all can see, like, you know, some of them really do not regard Black women, or do not respect Black women, or do not care so much. Like, you know, I don't know how to say this, but, you know, that disrespect and all that is just something I really do not understand. But then it is what it is, you know. Some of them, like, you know, come out to probably, like, indirectly, I don't know how, but they come out and indirectly they are trying to insult you, are like trying to praise you and at the same time insult you. But yeah, that's how I found it. For me, that is not an interesting one. Thank you all for all the support. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.